Hello everyone and welcome to the Instacast League of Legends Essentials tutorial. Today I will be teaching you what I believe to be the most essential tips and tricks for both new players as well as League veterans. So without further ado, let's begin. If you're just starting out and haven't yet checked out the advanced tutorial, I strongly recommend starting there. It contains invaluable information which will make your first steps into real matches far more enjoyable. Here I'll show you how to access it and some of the things you'll learn. As with any regular match, begin by clicking the play button. After that, select tutorials at the bottom of the list. Next, select battle training, and finally click launch to begin the game. Upon starting the advanced tutorial, you will be given a small tour of Summoner's Rift with a short explanation of the basic goals of the game. You will then begin the game alongside a team of 4 other computer-controlled characters. The game will then guide you through the basic process of playing a match in the form of quests. While you play, you will also be provided with various hints and tips along the way. Some useful skills that you will come away with include basic jungling, last hitting, as well as pushing and the potential consequences. After the tutorial is over, you're ready to begin playing the game for real. Start off with co-op versus AI matches and get used to the game's controls and the general feel of things. Once you have a few bot games under your belt and you're comfortable with a few different champions, you're ready to enter competitive PvP normal matches. Here is where you'll need to start utilising more advanced strategies, which I shall cover now, beginning with last hitting. To put it simply, last hitting is the most essential and basic skill you need to know if you want to be a successful laner in League of Legends. Whether it's top, middle or bot lane, everyone needs to know how to last hit. Last hitting is exactly as the name suggests, the act of getting the last hit on an enemy minion. Doing this ensures that you receive all of the gold that you require to successfully purchase items throughout the game. Last hitting also ensures that your lane does not get pushed. Recklessly pushing your lane leaves you open to ganks, which will almost certainly result in your death. Not only will you be giving the enemy 300 gold, you'll also be putting yourself out of the game for a while, losing out on valuable experience and gold. Last hitting and not pushing the lane ensures that this never happens. Laning, of course, entails far more than simply last hitting. There are a few key points to consider when laning. The 2 biggest factors are who you and the enemy are playing, as well as their jungler. With that knowledge, you can begin to formulate a strategy to dominate your lane. Here's a quick example. In this match, I was playing Twisted Fate against an enemy Katarina. I knew she would have to get in melee range to do any considerable damage, so being Twisted Fate, this meant I could simply stun her should she get close, and punish her by dealing even more damage in return at a distance. Unfortunately, I didn't consider their jungler, and foolishly pushed Katarina too far back, trying to prevent her from getting any last hits. Fortunately, I had a flash spare and managed to just about survive the encounter, but I was incredibly lucky to do so. The final essential laning tool you will need to be familiar with is warding. Warding is an often underappreciated strategic tool that can really give one team the edge in an otherwise closely contested game. Bushes and choke points are common locations for ganks, so it's vital that you see them coming, both in the laning phase and throughout the rest of the game. Knowing where the enemy team are lying in wait could mean the difference between success and defeat. Take this clip for example. If we hadn't seen Fiddle and Soraka coming down the river, this could have ended up very differently. On top of these essential laning skills, here are a few personal tips and tricks which should help you improve your game even further. To begin with, while it may sound obvious, learn your champion's limits, their strengths and their weaknesses. Running away from an encounter too soon can cause you to lose out on potential kills, while being overly aggressive can cause you to feed the enemy gold, and ultimately cost your team the game. You may have noticed that if you stand still while near an enemy unit, your character will begin auto-attacking. Of course, in order to last hit successfully, you need to prevent this from happening. There are 2 ways to do so. The first is to constantly run back and forth, not letting your character stop at all. This is arguably the best way to do it, as you'll also be preventing the enemy from landing an easy skill shot on you. But should you absolutely need to stand still, you can press the S key. This will stop your character immediately, and also prevent you from auto-attacking nearby units. Finally, if you want to know if an enemy has warded a bush, you can simply stand in it without pressing the S key. If your character begins attacking enemy units outside the bush, then that bush has been warded and the enemy can definitely see you. That concludes the Instacast League of Legends Essentials tutorial. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like more Instacast content, come and visit the blog at instacast.wordpress.com.